Hey y'all, how you doing? Just waiting for some of you guys to get in here. Hey, going live on YouTube. Hey y'all, this is Miss Mother Trucker. Hope y'all are having a wonderful, wonderful evening. I'll just wait for some of you guys to get in here and say howdy. I'm just sitting here in Jordan, Utah. I believe it's Jordan. Let's see, I think it is. Yeah, South Jordan, Utah. I just delivered to Costco here. And I'm fixing to go to Ogden, Utah tomorrow and grab a load to take to Cali. So I just figured I'd come on here since I'm sitting here anyway. I'm going to be sitting here overnight at this Sam's Club. So I asked them if I could park here. They said yeah, so what the hell, right? Hope all y'all are doing really good tonight. Gonna wait and see how many people we get in here, and then we'll decide if we want to make this a nice long live or what the hell. I hope y'all are doing really good out there in YouTube land, all my truckers and truckerettes. I don't know if my brother's going to make it in here or not. I messaged his wife to let her know that I was going live. They're always fun to have come in here. So where are y'all all coming at me from? Hey Hans, how you doing? Sitting in, oh wow, you're in the terminal here? Okay. Well, I don't dare go to the terminal. They'll take my damn trailer away from me. And I gotta do a drop and hook tomorrow. When I first, tomorrow morning, what time in fact? I don't even know. Bad truck driver not knowing her, what time my pickup is tomorrow. Let's see. It is picking up at 8 in the morning. Just a second, let me tell my brother I'm in here. Hey Paul, I'm doing a live on YouTube. You want to come on in?
Oh yeah, sure.
Okay.
I gotta get my tablet. Okay.
Okay, see. Oh, bye-bye. See, I got such a good little brother. Hey Curtis. Hey, Curtis says, how are you doing today from Louisiana? Now, I love me some Louisiana. And Hans, where are you from? I keep thinking Florida, but you're not, are you? You live on your truck. Okay, well, so what are y'all up to today, and how's your week's going at Prime? Got a load of eggs. You got another damn load of eggs? Is that like a dedicated route? I took them 3 hours to Washington to wash and truck and trailer. Okay. Is that 10 count? Hola, from Kansas. Hey, from Kansas. The camera's actually fine. I've had no trouble with the camera. The Wanderer OTR. Hey, baby, how are you doing out there in YouTube land today? Where are you coming at me from? Mad Ray Poker. Say hi to my brother, guys. He's in here from Oklahoma. He just started a lawn care business, and he's doing really, really good with it. So I'm really proud of him. So, hey, today, why don't we talk about some of your different jobs, who you work for, and if you're with Prime, I've noticed it's starting to pick up. This week, I have not had one load that wasn't pre-planned almost the day before I got there. Doing good here near Tahoe. Oh, nice. Good to see you. Good to see you on here too, sweetheart. What? Curtis, message rejected. I didn't reject no damn message from you. Curtis, try to send me another message real quick. Just say hi or anything. Because I don't know, does YouTube just, can they reject a message? text. The Wonder OTR text. Yeah, someone rejected Curtis's message. That's weird. Hey, can y'all? Hey, Suzanne, how you doing? My beautiful sister-in-law's in here. Y'all say hi, Suzanne. I'd appreciate it. And hey, can y'all give me some thumbs up and let me know that you're on here? And it also helps the algorithm of my channel and stuff like that. And all that helps support the channel because as I said last live, I finally got off my lazy ass and monetized. Hey, Suzanne. Oh, Suzanne, the Wander OTR said hi to you, sweetheart. Say hi. So, are y'all having a great, what day of Monday night? I think it's Monday, right? Y'all, I'm so sad. It is so sad that I can't remember. I think it's Monday. It's got to be Monday, right? Yes, it's Monday the 3rd. Awesome. All day long. So, all y'all who are with Prime. Oh, Suzanne asked how you're doing, sweetie. Hey, okay, Curtis, you're not... Why did it do that on you, Curtis? Just a second. No, I'm on a stay-at-home guy. I did that. I did. Okay. Let me see. Hans. Wash rack truck. Washed. Okay. Sanitize. Pre-plan. 2 to 5 hours. Been setting for a day or so, and then they would get us a load. They have been pre-planning me either out that day that I delivered or the next day. So I'm really, I don't know if it's just starting to pick up or what, and this is now that I've gone solo. But the problem when I was instructing is a lot of my loads were solo loads, and I was paying a student. And then once we did get team loads, that little bitch wouldn't work. He's a lazy little fucker. Delivering eggs. Yum, yum. Fun. Yeah, I mean, I heard though, there was another guy that delivered here in Utah, and he got an egg load right out, and I got a load to California. His egg load paid more than my, I forget what the hell I was hauling, but, so yeah, he scored with his egg load. I think he did less miles, delivered the very next day, and I mean, he made bank on it, serious bank. But he was driving for Wilson Logistics, hauling a prime load. So, anyone else here? Where are y'all working at? If you're truckers, what kind of companies are you with? And are you on the company side? Are you lease ops, owner ops? Because you never know. We got to share where we're working and what we're doing in case someone else might not be doing as well. We want to help our brothers and sisters, or all our truckers and truckerettes out there, to get, you know, in better spots in life. Because it's been really tough out here, but I've been really pleased so far to see what I'm starting to do. You know, here at Prime, I mean, this past week has been awesome. You know, but let me correct, they're not like high paying loads, but they're, you know, like $1,200 overnight load. Company out of Puyallup, Washington. Okay. Now, your company out of Puyallup, now, are you at Prime, or who do you drive for in Puyallup? And if you don't mind me asking, what's your take home every week? Average, not exact amount, just an average. Because right now, you know, I'm not sure what my average is going to be as a solo. This is my first real week as a solo. Now, last week, because I only had the one load because I was kicking, it ain't slow as Prime, right? The funny thing is everyone thinks I'm going to get all butt hurt if they criticize Prime. Prime is the company I pull freight for. They're not my child. They're not anything else. I mean, Prime is what it is. I mean, it's not a bad company. There's other companies people are doing a lot worse at. But then I've heard of companies that people are doing a lot better at. And Prime's company positions used to be about 35-40% of the company is now less than 10% of the jobs at Prime are there. Take home 15 to 1800 a week. That's pretty damn good. If I manage to do 15 to 1800 to my bank, and I'll be thrilled. But still, I got to pull out my own taxes and everything else, so that's pretty darn good. I'm just hoping to make that as a solo as my take home to my bank, before taxes. How is the inward facing cameras working out? Any issues? No, zero issues. I'm actually surprised, because I thought there would be some issues, but it's been pretty damn good. I'm on a 1099. Oh, so, okay. Your company on a 1099? Huh. Or you should be on a W-2. Huh. Maybe my little head is foggy or something. I don't know. I have been having blonde flashbacks lately from, all the Lady Clairol I did in the 80s, bleaching my hair blonde. But child, we're gonna fixin' to dye this stuff. Look at all these damn grays. Oh, child. And then I lost tons of hair with the weight loss. Jesus Christ. So let me see. Wow, we dropped considerably down to 4 people. That is no good. Well, if we don't get more people up in here, we're just going to go ahead and bail before too long. My company has me running as an owner-operator, but they pay for fuel, and they have you running as an owner-op? Now, do they pay you by the mile? Or are they paying you percentages of the load? The video's a little choppy. Damn, that sucks. 65 cents a mile? That's, I don't know. I don't know that I would like, at 65 cents a mile, you could get a regular company position. No, I remove it myself, and I had misspelling my words. Oh, believe me, that happens to me all the time. What I was saying is I am a home guy. I get disability. Oh, nice. Well, oh my goodness, honey, you had cancer. Are you in remission? And 2 hip replacements. Oh, Lord, child. I am not looking forward. I am getting to that age, too. I'm going to be 60 in less than a year and a half. And they're going to start removing parts on me, I'm sure, and replacing them. Besides, like the girls. I love the company and my Romanian dispatcher. Oh my goodness gracious. Hey, as long as you're happy with your company, and that's one thing that I try telling people, if you're happy where you're at, just because one thing doesn't work for someone doesn't mean it's not going to work for someone else. As long as you have joy in your life and what you're doing brings you joy, that's what really counts. It's what might bring someone else joy might not bring you joy. Because at first, the idea of a dedicated route to me was just like dread. I wanted to be all over the country, and I had a lot of joy doing that. But now, I'm at a point that I want to spend more time at home than traveling all over the country. You know what I'm saying? The dispatcher is based out of, so it's a Russian company. Oh, okay, that's cool. No, I'm out of. You're no longer in remission. Oh, sweetheart, I'm so sorry. I'll pray for you. Y'all pray for pray for Curtis that he goes back in remission. I really am praying for you, sweetheart. I'm really sorry to hear that. That's got to be rough. My heart goes out to you. So, how is everybody else doing out there? And have you found your joy in the jobs you're doing, in the companies you're working for? Hopefully. Oh my gosh, Hans, that's so sweet. Thank you, darling. I really do appreciate that super chat. All those really do help, but y'all don't have to do them, but I am so grateful for them. Believe me. And I am grateful right now for my job picking up. Oh my God. And I'll tell you, this is where I was at. I told myself, if when I go solo, I can't make enough as a solo driver to make a living at Prime as an owner op, that I wouldn't be staying. I don't care how much I paid on this truck. I don't care how much I put down, how much I put into it. I was just going to hop off in November. So this is the time frame I'm giving this company, until November, to see how it goes. And if it goes great, if it keeps going like it's going now, I'll stay long enough. I want to pay my truck off. I want to own this truck outright. I absolutely love my truck. And you will not believe, going around this country, how many times people will see me get out of this truck and run up to me. They know the truck. They might not know my channel and know me, but they'll say, "We have seen your truck going up and down the highway so many times. We can't believe we finally get to meet you." Then they look at the side of my tractor and they go, "Oh, you have a YouTube channel," and they come over to my channel. But this truck does what I wanted it to do. It brings a lot of joy to a lot of people. And a lot of people like getting their pictures taken next to my truck, and it brings a lot of recognition, which is really nice. I'm glad it brings joy to people, because, if I can make people happy out there, it makes me happy. So, do y'all's company, whoever you're with, you guys have inward-facing cameras, or have you ever worked for a company that had inward-facing cameras? And if so, what did you think about it? Hey, do y'all mind giving me some thumbs up and let me know that you're still in here? Outward facing only. And honestly, outward facing cameras, I think everyone should have. Although that the inward facing cameras have not ended up bothering me like I thought they would. I've had no trouble with them. Zero. But I still think they're a lawsuit waiting to happen for any company, because I don't see what good they're going to do. I really don't. They're facing me. I've had no calls from my dispatcher, but I don't really do anything to get in trouble with. I just listen to audiobooks going down the road. I don't pick up my phone. I have my headset. I just tap it. Hey, Charles, how are you doing? What's unbelievable, sweetheart? Nope, I wouldn't. Trucking companies need us drivers to, hey, Andy, companies need us drivers to make any money. We keep giving them ways to mess us up. Hence, why don't your brother become a... My brother doesn't become a truck driver because he has something called Meniere's. So, although he's legal to drive, everything else can drive, um, he will... Meniere's is kind of like having, where your equilibrium goes off and you get real dizzy. He gets enough notice to pull over, park. He said he wishes he could, to pull over and park and be safe driving a car. But in a big rig, if you get in a situation that you can't just get off to the side of the road or something, you know how we get caught in traffic or something, he has a Meniere's attack. He just doesn't feel safe doing that. And, I totally 100% understand that and respect that. But, see, we come from a family of truck drivers. My mom and dad were truck drivers, and my uncles and cousins and stuff like that. And he worked for Target for years and had his own little businesses. So, he thought about coming to work because of my dad and didn't, and now he wishes he had. The companies are the ones making these regulations like ELDs. Yep, bring him with you once so he can, so you can see him on camera. I would too, but there's a program that we can get that I can bring guests on and see them. You can think. I can thank winners for ELDs, huh? Well, the electronic logs I actually like, but I've never driven without them. I'd hate to do paper logs. My dad did paper logs. When Mom and Dad were on the trucks, it was paper logs, and they drove for Swift. They drove for OTR X. They drove for Yellow. My dad finished his career with Yellow, and my mom came off the road. So, and that's back when Yellow Freight was one of the biggest companies around and the company to work for. They weren't at the end, but back when my dad retired, they were. But they had changed management and stuff, and you could kind of see the writing coming on the wall when my dad retired, and it's one of the reasons he retired a couple years earlier. And good thing, because the pension changed and everything. And he would have lost like 50% of his retirement if he would have stayed longer. So he got out at the right time. And he has a great pension now. And the bottom line, the companies don't trust any drivers with a 100 plus in equipment driving for 21 years. And it's not just that. I mean, even the ones who own their trucks outright have to have the inward-facing cameras. I don't mind ELDs as long as they would get rid of the 14 and 70. Yeah, personally, I understand why they had the clocks like that, but I think we should be able to drive a 12-hour day at least. And I also don't think we should have to ever do recaps. Because I lived on the road for 4 years. I just bought a house not long ago, and I've done 0 home times there, but I've been there for a 34. Yes, yeah, at Prime maybe. The ELD is what's messed up the truck parking so bad. Yeah, you were driving way before me, Andy. I mean, and you got way more experience, and I respect your experience. So I can't question it. You know what it was like beforehand. I've heard stories from my father and my mom and stuff like that, but and when they were on the road, shoot, they didn't have the cell phones and all that stuff. I hate this lipstick. It's too dark. Sorry, guys. Squirrel. I just caught my reflection in the deal. So we kind of got it a lot easier than y'all had it in the beginning. Used to be truck stops was fuel you moved on down to the next one. Yeah, I mean, a lot has changed in trucking. But I'm sorry, I don't think I would have wanted to drive back when my parents did. They had these little bitty trucks and cab overs and all that stuff. They couldn't stand up in the trucks like we can. My mom and dad got in my truck. They're in their 80s now, but they were floored. My mom's like, God, if we would have had a truck like this, we would have been on the road a lot more years. You know, they loved my truck. I mean, my truck's decked. Hey, what is y'all's favorite trucks? I love the Volvo. I love how it's set up. I love the dinette. I love all the storage in it. And my pick was between a Volvo and a Peterbilt. And I ended up with the Volvo. I will start in 23. Okay, you started in 2003. Okay, yeah, my dad was retired, I believe, by then. I hate truck stops, so I usually park. I do rest areas too. Now, I don't do way stations, although I have grabbed them in a pinch, but I love rest stops way more than truck stops for stopping. And like tonight, I'm parked here in Utah in South Jordan behind the Sam's Club after I delivered. You like the Freightliners, the manuals? Yeah, Hans likes Freightliners. Yeah, I think a Kenworth is awesome. And a Kenworth is a beautiful truck, but I like the real extended cab Kenworths with the diamond packages and all that stuff. Peterbilts are nice. I mean, it was a hard decision for me to go with the Volvo over a Peterbilt. And even now that I've had my Volvo for a little while, sometimes I do wish I would have gone with the Peterbilt. But the dinette, I mean, that really gives you the home feeling. Cascadias with the desk. And now, I had one of my subscribers I met at Walmart, and he got a Cascadia, and it had the dinette in it, you know, the Murphy bed. And now, y'all, and I'm going to see if I can get this retrofitted. You can get a Murphy bed for the Volvos now. Let me see. The Wander OTR, I need to be like a second home. Yeah, I need mine to be like a second home too, because I'm hardly ever at my primary home. Since death came along. Now, I think death's some bullshit. All the problems. I agree. Death is some bullshit, because I've always had diesel trucks for hauling my horses and stuff like that. Kenworth, 680, other beautiful. Yeah, man, Kenworths are sweet as hell. But Prime's Kenworth isn't all that. I love Volvos, but Tennessee Truck Girl, I love Volvos, but I was given a 23 Volvo, but it is a tiny model. Huh? Not happy. I wouldn't be either. I got, the super condo thingy, and mine's huge. I wish I could get a Peterbilt. Yeah, they are gorgeous. I love the Peterbilts. I don't think there's a prettier truck than a Peterbilt or a Kenworth on the outside. EPA bullcrap. Andy says EPA bullcrap. LOL. The Wanderer. Let me see. There's a company that can put a shower in their. I know there's a company that takes in the Volvos, they take out where your microwave goes and that little closet over there, and they can put a shower in there for you. They do a lot of designing on those ones that they turn into for the RV haulers, the professional RV haulers. Yeah, those are pretty sweet. And they do it in this size of a Volvo. But I don't want to give up my extra storage and stuff. I wish we could have a sink in our truck. You can make a sink for your truck. I'm going to do one when I'm pulling out this deal here. And I will eventually do a sink in my truck. I'm an RVer and I'm into van life and all that stuff. Yep, I think it's the same company. You never have to leave your truck except to fuel. And the fuel, oh, Hans, you don't have to keep giving me those super chats, sweetheart. Have a good night. I need to drive. Okay, sweetheart. Good night. I really appreciate you, sweetheart. Thank you for coming in on the live. But don't feel obligated like you have to be doing these super chats, sweetie. They're appreciated, but you don't have to do them. But I am grateful. Yeah, I mean, I saw that on YouTube, and I just think it's badass. But I don't want to give up that area for that. But no, if you got, I don't know how many of y'all are into RVing and van life and stuff like that. But when I pull this out, I'm going to put in, I'm thinking, I'm going to put in a double cooler, but I'm thinking of having the Amish build me a little cabinet. And what you do is you put one jug in for fresh water and one for your gray water. And you can get these little battery powered pumps, and they have a little tube that comes down, and you just touch the top and the water starts running, and they just have little batteries. They work out great. You don't have to wire them into anything. Yes, I've seen the van lifers make sinks, and I mean, it is so easy to do. And I mean, those little pumps you can get on Amazon, and then you just get a couple equal-sized jugs with water, and then when the sink drains, it drains into one jug, and you have a water in the other jug. Granted, it's cold water, but you can brush your teeth, you can wash your hands, and all that stuff. I think that is so cool. Yep. Oh, I have plans, believe me. I bet you do, Wander OTR. But yeah, this seat, it's loose right now. I had them loosen the seat and stuff, so I'm real excited about getting that puppy pulled out. The airlines are done, so when I go by home there in Quartzsite, I'm going to go ahead and, well, first I'm going to drop my trailer there in Phoenix. Then there's e-bikes. That's the name of the company too, e-bikes, electric bikes in Phoenix. I'm going to go by there and get a folding bike with fat wheels, and I'm going to bring that on my truck. But I'm going to try to take one of my load lock racks and make a bike rack out of it for it. That way I can haul it. And also I'm going to be, like I said, I'm going to build something or have the Amish build me something for a sink and stuff right there, and a place to cook and stuff like that, besides on my dining room table. And I'm looking forward to getting rid of that mattress and setting my dinette back up and put my fireplace back in the truck and stuff like that. So what else is going out there on Tube Land, y'all? Anyone hear anything exciting? Not much going on here, but anyway, if there's no one else have any other comments, we'll probably get out of here pretty soon. Oh yeah. So what's y'all's dream trucks? If you guys had a dream truck, what would it be? And can y'all give me some, I hate to ask for these, give me some thumbs up. It helps with the channel, helps with the algorithm. I'd really appreciate y'all hitting that thumbs up button. It costs nothing to do it. Just, come on. Boom, 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 boom. I'm so cheesy. It's sad. One thing that kind of got me, let me see. my brother went out and drove those. Those things are sweet. Have y'all heard of the Ford Lightning? It's like, something you would get for home, an electric truck. But those are really, really nice, y'all. Y'all should go check those out. I love the Ford Lightnings. But, man, I'll tell you one thing that's failing in F3, right? Now, I like the Fords well enough, but I'm a Dodge girl. I love a Dodge Ram. And I love having me a 3500 or 4500, dually, of course. Mad Ray Poker, yeah, he likes the 350. He's a Ford man. Now, in vans, like when I do my van conversion, I want a Ford. I want a Ford extended high top. Those are great. And you put the side flares on them and stuff where you can sleep sideways and stuff. Those things are really sweet. And the thing I do like about those vans is you can take them in. You could go out and park on the beach, whatever. You could park anywhere in those. Those things are pretty badass. But, that's just me. I'm a van girl. I love vans, but on my pickup trucks, I gotta have a dually. I gotta have a 1-ton. It's gotta be four-wheel drive. It's gotta have the largest cab they make. I don't like the tradesmen. I want something. I like all my little gadgets on my trucks. But they gotta be a tough truck. Wow, we went from 23 down to 11 like that. People are like, this bitch is boring. Let's get out of here. They're skating on out on me. Ooh, there's the big old bee outside. Oh, have any of y'all ran into the cicadas this year? Because we're supposed to have some bad cicadas. There's a few in some different parts of the country. I froze. Damn it. Man, I really hate that I'm having such a hard time. I hate when people take a lot of time off and complain they can't. I know, right? And even my friends, they'll take a home time for a week and go in the hole. But let's say the Diamond Gala, it's one night. They'll take 4 days off before the gala and 3 days off after to recover, then turn around, be in the hole, and they haven't been putting enough into their deal, into their emergency fund. They'll go in the hole, then they'll turn around and 2 weeks later, 3 weeks later, is that Willie's Pub? Hey, sweetheart. A few weeks later, they'll turn around and, help me here, they'll go on vacation for another week. And then they'll bitch about how they haven't had a check in almost 2 months, more than a couple $100. Well, you just got out of the hole, put nothing more into your emergency fund, and then you take off again for another week to 10 days. This one dude took a month off, and he's crying on his video. Okay, wait. He didn't take quite a month off. It's the Peruvian trucker you're talking about. And he's not really complaining. He's went home to see his family. He hadn't been home in 4 years. And he had friends come to the U.S. and he took a couple weeks off there. And he ended up, and he was, I haven't made any money. I understand that. He's actually, I know the guy. He's a real sweetheart. And he's a hard-ass worker. He'll go months. He's like me. He'll go months, almost a year without taking a day off. Outside of doing a 34 or something. He doesn't do a home time. He lives on his truck. He is a hard worker. If you in a lease program, it's hard to take more than 4 days off at a time. That's true, Charles. If you are in a lease program, it is hard to take more than a few days off at a time. But that being said, I max out my emergency fund. I max at the most I can take out. I'm going to start, because I haven't taken home time, a real home time, in the 4 years I've been working. In between leases, I went out for surgery. And that was the gastric sleeve. And then I took off to get my facelift. And that's the only times I've really taken off. Mad Ray Poker, family first, absolutely. And so my deal going into the future is I'm going to, every 6 weeks, I'm going to take 5 days to a week off. And I'm going to start trying to get a couple 34s there in Quartzsite. It maybe once or twice during that time. So that's my goals for the future. And once this truck is paid off, if things are going good at Prime, I'll probably work part-time at Prime for another year or so. And then I'll be done. And I'm going to be starting some small businesses in the meantime on the side in Quartzsite, Arizona and stuff like that. And building that up where I can start transitioning off. Because I'm not going to grow, well, I say I'm not going to grow old, I am old. But I'm not going to get to where I can't do anything or enjoy life staying on this truck. Once the truck is paid off, you'll have more free time. Absolutely. And Prime, at first they were telling us once we paid off our trucks, we would have to get rid of them. And now they're saying, they came out with just recently that you can stay on for 7 years with the paid off truck. That just came back out. So that does a lot more, it gives me more incentive to stay at Prime part-time. And I've talked to my dispatcher about it. And the thing is, you know, I do enjoy what I do, but I need to not be out as much. I want to start dating. I want to start having a social life. And when my brother and his wife come down to Quartzsite during the winter, I want to take more time off with them and spend time with my family. I want to start having my kids come down to Quartzsite every once in a while and spend some time with me. Charles, your message was rejected. Why? If you're, let me see, wants to talk. So, you know, family is very important to me, and I just want a life. I really do. Is this still being real choppy, you guys? You know, I feel real bad about that. I'd love to actually do a live where it doesn't keep cutting people off, or I don't keep having it all choppy and stuff. Yes, it is. Darn it. Well, that sucks, y'all. Well, guys, we've been on here 44 minutes. I guess I'll take it to the hour mark. And then I'll go ahead and get off here. Hopefully we can get on somewhere where there's, you know, I'll find a place where we have a better connection. And I am going to start shooting for Wednesday night lives, if y'all are into that. Yeah, it's not good. I am so sorry, Kool-Aid Man. Oh, I love your name, Kool-Aid Man. That y'all will come up with some cool ass names on here, y'all. I love that name, Kool-Aid Man. Cartoon Kool-Aid commercials, if you're my age, you know. So yeah, those were some good commercials. We had some good commercials back in the day. Nowadays, everything has changed. But of course, I don't know. Paul, Mad Ray, my brother, do you remember, and Suzanne, do you guys remember the rabbit ears? Oh, and Mr. Clean. Oh, I remember Mr. Clean. I used to go, that man used to make Mother Trucker purr. Let me tell ya. Okay, it looks like we got some new people in here. Can I get some more thumbs up, guys? Help my channel. I know I'm begging for these thumbs ups. It's so sad. Oh, and if you guys haven't subscribed to the channel, please subscribe. You know, I'd really appreciate it. I am now trying to actually grow my channel, where before I wasn't. I was just, you know, it was here for family. He would not make me purr. LOL. I'm sorry, I thought Mr. Clean was sexy. I love a bald man, but I also like long-haired biker types too. Oh, what am I saying? I love all men. They're like little Scooby snacks to me. Oh, that sounds bad, doesn't it? Oh, well, it is what it is. You know, I only play for that team. I love men. Women don't quite do it for me. Oh, my brother makes his wife purr. I hope you make her purr. She's saying her husband is gorgeous. My little brother is a cutie. He is. For all you ladies out there. But he's taken. His wife's sitting there purring. Yes, you do, baby. That is way too funny. So how do you, all you married people out there, how do you keep those flames burning when you're out there on the trucks? How's that working for you? I mean, I was a military wife for years, so I was used to my husband being gone and stuff like that. But I know we got a very high divorce rate in trucking. Same with the military, very high divorce rate with the military, cops, stuff like that. But we're gone so much as truckers, and that's another thing. You know, I've watched my parents, especially my dad, because he was out there longer than my mom, you know, just spend their entire lives while their families went on without them on the trucks. And that's one reason, you know, that I'm going to do this a few more years. If everything's great, I'll do it, you know, maybe 4 more years. And I might only do it until November. It just depends on if things keep going the way they're going. They're really starting to pick up here at Prime. And I'm sure if they're picking up here at Prime, they're picking up everywhere. You know, Prime doesn't have like this monopoly on it getting better, or they also don't have the monopoly on it getting worse. So, you know, just have to kind of wait and see how that goes. But if it doesn't pick up to where I can make a decent living by November, I will be, you know, I'm not going to suffer through the winter. You know, I'll move over to truck movers, and then I used to be a dog groomer. I'm going to do a mobile dog grooming truck. And I'm also going to be building, you know, a food truck and a few other things there in Quartzsite. Because that's where I'm going to be putting down my roots. That's where I bought my home. But also I'm going to get a place. I have acreage in northern Arizona, but I'm wanting something near Show Low, Snowflake, you know, that area. Concho, you know, in there. They're more RV friendly. So I'm going to probably do that. But Quartzsite, it's right there on I-10. You can walk to my home from the Love Station there. But I'm going to be getting the e-bike because I would rather, you know, ride the e-bike. And another thing I want to get into, there's this, and I know this isn't trucking related, but, you know, hey, we're all people and we have hobbies. And if y'all have hobbies, let me know what they are, and we'll see if we can get into some talks about them. But in Quartzsite, there's a club there. They own a bunch of gold mines and semi-precious stone mines and claims. And they are using metal detectors, special metal detectors, for going out looking for gold in the desert. There's this one lady, she makes a couple thousand a week doing it on those claims. And I'm like, I kind of like that. So, and I think it's like, $50 a year, and that covers you for the whole year. And they got like 30-40 claims, and it's kind of really cool. And also I want to get into looking for like turquoise, coral, quartz, all kinds of stuff. They have semi-precious stones there in the quartzsite area too that they're known for, along with gold and silver. And so those are some of the fun, more hobby-like things I want to do out there. Okay, guys, what is your favorite classic muscle car? Mine is well, I got a few. One's a 65 Mustang convertible. I want one candy apple red and white pony interior. But I want air conditioning, which was an option that year in 65, you know, year I was born. Best year out there. And I love an old Camaro, you know, 60s, late 60s, early 70s Camaro. And of course, the old, probably 70s Corvettes. I really like the 70s Corvettes. So what is y'all's favorite muscle car from that era? From like the 60s, 70s? Oh man, I can't even believe I didn't think of a Trans Am. I had a Trans Am. A 1978 Trans Am. I know those were sweet, right? The Trans Am and the Firebirds kind of were competing with each other back then. But I loved the Trans Ams. Those were beautiful. I loved the black Trans Am with the gold bird. I'm not sure, was it Firebird and the Trans Am? No, the Firebird and Trans Am were two different ones. I had the 78 Z28. Oh, nice. Damn, brother, I never got to see that. Yeah, the Z28s were nice. I like a Z28 now. I had a 65 Mustang convertible. Oh, I had one car I really loved, and I wish I still had it. It was a 69 Cadillac convertible with a fiberglass parade boot. It was white, and it had a red interior. But my friends, man, I had some trashy-ass friends back when I was a dancer, and they would drop cigarettes on the seats and shit like that and burn my leather. And it had the electric option for the convertible roof. She forgot her beeper in it, my one friend, and she kept going. She was all fucked up, and she kept pushing the deal, not realizing, and it stripped it out. I finally just got rid of it. I had a purple 67 Mustang. Was it a Mustang convertible, or was it the hardtop? I lovingly referred to it as Bernie. Hey, Kool-Aid, I have a white one with red interior. A white what? Mustang or Thunderbird? Had on the hood, a bird on the hood. Okay. Hardtop. Now there's nothing wrong with hardtop. I will probably never own another Mustang. You know, classic, because they're getting too expensive. They're just outrageous. I mean, they are. They've gotten ridiculous. And for a convertible, and you can't hardly find them anymore. And most of them, though, they're not even all original, totally, because they're making all those aftermarket parts for them. You know, like fenders and stuff like that. So, and they're kind of real cheap and tinny. Oh, a 78 Trans Am. Oh, I bet that is beautiful. Yeah, I love the Trans Ams. I really liked it. Oh, I'll tell you one car I had. I think it was a 67 or 68 Maverick. Do y'all remember the Mavericks? Mine was gold. Man, I could do anything on that Maverick. I could change the oil. I put a starter in it. I did full tune-ups on it, changed the belts. There is nothing I didn't. I had to replace accelerator cable. You name it, I could do it on that little Maverick. I love that Maverick. You know what else I like? Do y'all remember the little bugs? The old bugs with the engines in the back? I loved the bugs. I used to have a bug. My parents had a bug at one time too. And I love the old VW buses too. Those are pretty sweet. They're not muscle cars, trust and believe, I know. I guess I just keep cutting out here, guys. I got about a couple more minutes. We'll be at the hour mark, and then I'm going to skedaddle out of here. I swear that little scar from where they did my necklet, they tighten up your muscles. I'm going to have to, they're going to have to do a revision on that because it's pleating and making it look like the muscles are still separate. And they're not. So, let me see, 3 more minutes. So, anyone else, any other cars, favorite cars? And I know it keeps getting glitchy, guys, and I am so sorry. You know, and the sad part, no, there's only 3 bars with AT&T here. Whatever it is Prime uses, they have full bars on the Qualcomm, so, you know, that kind of sucky-ducky. Let me see. So, anyone else have a favorite car you want to talk about? Oh, and hey, guys, when I make my final payment on this truck, I'm going to be making some changes. I'm ripping out the flooring, and I want to have an epoxy pour done in here with inlaid LEDs and all that. If y'all know somewhere really good that does that, let me know, because I would love to do that in here. And also, I'm going to be replacing my table, and I want to get an epoxy pour on it, you know, with LEDs back down in those. I think that would be so damn cool. Oh, and I am going to be getting a Bostrom wide Serta seat put in here. And I cannot wait to do that. But like I said, I'm waiting until I make the final payment on this truck, because I am not going to pour any more money into this truck until she's paid for, because I just don't know what. Yeah, it would be really cool. Heavy, girly heavy. Yeah, it's not that I'm heavy. I just, you know what I'm talking about, those seats, the Bostrom seats. They are so badass. They have massage on them. Trucking with Cosmo. Hey, I love, there's another name, cool name. But yeah, I cannot wait to get that, because I want the heated seats are heated and cool. That they're Serta, so they're super comfortable, but they're like $3,500. And granted, I could pull it out if I quit, but what am I going to put it in? You know, I will not buy another truck after this one. But if I'm able to get to where I pay this one off, I want to totally trick her out. Because, you know, I will haul RVs with her later into my 80s, you know, until they pull my CDL. But that'll be part-time. Hey, Suzanne. Oh, trucking with Cosmo, yeah. LeMan Dixon? I hope I said that right. Y'all are creative with your names. Mine just Miss Mother Trucker. It used to be I'll Be a Mother Trucker when I first started my YouTube channel. Well, no, when I first started it was Miss Mother, I'll Be a Mother Trucker, and then I went from that to Backyard America, which was my RVing channel. And I just thought, well, you know, America's my backyard. Now, my friends were like, oh, that's a stupid name. And then I went back to I didn't want to go back to I'll Be a Mother Trucker, because I am a trucker now. And I went for Miss Mother Trucker. And I like Miss Mother Trucker. Let me see. Well, I made it to an hour. So if we drop down to around 5 again, I'm going to I was saying hello to Go Trucking with Cosmo. Is that not a cool name? Good name. Yeah, Mad Ray Poker likes your name too. And I love Mad Ray Poker's name. Suzanne, you just go by your name. My sister-in-law, she just goes by her name. She's like, fuck it. Yeah. Le Man Beats. I like that name too. Y'all come up with some cool names. Oh, there's a train going by. But no, I'll tell you, trucking has been so good to me. It really saved me at a really low time in my life when things were just, COVID. How many of y'all came to trucking because of COVID? Or, because I had to close my company during COVID, and that really sucked. I lost a lot during COVID. It was hard. It really was. My brother almost lost his son to COVID, Mad Ray Poker. And if it weren't for experimental machine, the machine wasn't experimental for what it was designed for, but it was experimental to use in treating COVID patients. It was an emu machine. It oxygenated the blood, and my nephew was on a respirator so long past the point that they usually will ever come off. And because of the hospital he happened to go to, they had access to that machine and tried it, and it saved his life, and now he's in the military. My other nephew died during COVID, my sister's only son, and that still breaks my heart to this day. I just joined the live. Did you happen to say anything about your last trainee and was so scared for you? No, I didn't bring up my last trainee. I was really afraid for my life with that one. For real, that last night was horrid. But you know what? I really got fucking pissed off over, and excuse my language, and y'all are used to me. I cuss like a sailor. I didn't used to, but I do now, and I'm trying to stop. But I had some trolls coming on my channel, because I told Prime what he was doing and why I had to get him off the truck. I didn't tell him about him laying back there naked a couple times, giving me the come hither look like, oh hell no. But I told him about his temper and how he would just freak the fuck out. But then I told him also his good traits at that meeting. Because one thing, you go into a meeting, you're just sitting there trashing someone, and you don't have anything good to say about them. It takes away from your message that you're putting out there. Now, it's up to, and I didn't want the dude to lose his job. I wanted him to go intermodal, then to waive the other part of his training, but then I couldn't save him from himself. And he just kept going at me and after me so hard that, I was like, dude, you're just blowing any chance of having a job there is. And I had people commenting like, oh, you're just passing on your problem to other people. Like I was responsible for this bastard and the way he treat me. Listen here, he was a 52-year-old motherfucking man. Don't blame me if Prime didn't fire him. Or I wasn't going to go at him so hard to try to cost him his job. That's not my damn problem. I told Prime what had happened and that I was scared and why I wanted him off my truck. And if they kept him, and I was being blamed for that shit, even by some other YouTubers that I thought were my friends, and I guess I was fucking wrong. Also, I'm getting ready to join Prime soon. Any advice for new lady trucker? I'm kind of nervous about training. Okay, if you're coming into Prime and you're training, one thing, I've told everyone, Prime or any company, I wouldn't start trucking in this market. I just wouldn't. But if you meet certain conditions, like you're not going to have a home, you don't have any bills, you can really save a lot of money even in this economy. You know, this with the trucking, it's an all-time low right now. It's not gonna go any worse, but it will get better. Ask for a female trainer. Not if you're a smoker, be honest. Non-smoker, if you're not a smoker. If there's just deal breakers for you, like you don't want any, whatever. I don't know. I had the worst experience ever when I was a trainee. It was criminal almost. But talk to your trainer. Go look at their truck before you accept them as your trainer. Ask them, how do you keep your truck? Maybe they're a total fucking neat freak and you can't handle that. Or maybe they're a total pig and you can't handle that. Because remember, these trucks are small. I mean, they're big compared to what some trucks are, but for two people, unless you're a couple, and even as a couple, they get crowded real fast. So, my advice, don't bring a lot of stuff on the truck. Bring yourself a tablet. Bring yourself, like 6 pairs of pants, like not big bulky pants. Bring about 10 t-shirts. If you're in training, don't even bring a makeup bag. I mean, I wouldn't. I say that, but I did, so I'm such a liar. But, bring as little as you can, because there's just not a lot of room on the trucks. And most trainers, what you bring on the truck, you're going to sleep with. Do not let your trainer stick you in that top bunk driving down the road. My trainer did. It was illegal. We were in a Cascadia. There was no belt up there or anything to protect you. Ask questions. And just remember, when you get on your trainer's truck, you're getting, some of them live full time on it. They don't take home times. They don't have a home. This is their home. So you're a guest in their house, and even if if they have a home, this is their truck. They are your supervisor. They're your trainer. Remember that. But also, you're not there for their abuse. But, I've heard of trainees going, well, my trainer kept telling me what to do, and I wasn't going to do that. That's their job. They were telling me what shifts I'm going to drive. That's their job. You got to be real flexible. And remember, it doesn't last forever. Get on there. Learn the freight lanes. Learn how to trip plan. Learn how to do your Qualcomm, manage your clock and so forth. Ask questions. But if you have someone that's snapping at you, yelling at you, stuff like that, you're not there for their abuse, though. You got to remember that. But you got to know the difference between abuse and someone training you. Some people think if they got to get up and drive their shift, they're being abused. My student thought that was abuse. He thought that when I was explaining how the clock worked, that I was abusing him because I was acting like he was stupid. I wasn't acting like he was stupid. I wasn't being condescending. So my thing is, just don't come on with an attitude. Be prepared to not get a lot of sleep. You're going into basic training, basically, for truckers. Just have a great attitude. Take it for what it is. You're being paid almost double what I was paid when I was in TMT. Be prepared to be working nights, days, somewhere in between. You're not going to have the same schedule throughout your whole TMT if your trainer's training you right. Some trainers will put you on strictly nights or strictly days throughout your entire training. Make sure you ask questions. Make sure they're letting you go into the shippers and receivers, check in, check out. Make sure they're letting you do the paperwork. Our paperwork's super simple. Make sure you're getting to do live load calls. Check in with your dispatcher once a week. And just say, hey, just curious about what my miles are, just to check in with them and get to know, build that relationship with your dispatcher. If you happen to be in Springfield for whatever reason, see if your dispatcher's in-house or doing it from home that day. If they're in-house, go up and meet them. You don't need your trainer to go with you. Go meet them. Say, hi, I'm so-and-so. I'd like to meet you. And just tell them how it's going. If you have questions and you think something your trainer's doing is questionable, you can talk to your dispatcher. And that's a real hinky area. Be prepared to get off the truck if that happens. The best advice and the worst advice I got is to suck it up. TNT doesn't last forever. Don't say anything. And my trainer he was very abusive. And he'd go, don't say anything. You call my dispatcher, they're going to believe me, and you're going to get fired. And it was bullshit, the stuff he did. He was horrible. And Prime got sued over him. Not by me, because I don't believe in that. I'm of the opinion if it was that bad that Prime should have been sued, I should have turned my trainer in. But I didn't have a plan B. I had nothing else. Either it was going to work or it wasn't going to work. You know what I'm saying? So I chose to make sure it worked for me. But looking back, I would have done it differently. Because that guy needed to be fired. He was a horrible trainer. But anyway, guys, okay. I've been on here 73 minutes. I'm going to go ahead. I'm going to wrap this up. So all my little truckers and truckerettes out there in Trucker Nation, keep the shiny side up, the rubber on the road. Take care. Until next time, Mother Trucker out. I really appreciate each and every one of you. You guys have made this very, very, later brother, special for me, and I feel so honored to have the subscribers that I have. I have said it once, I'll say it a dozen times. I have the best subscribers on YouTube, especially in the trucking industry, guys. So lots of love. Hey Raymond, sweetheart, I'm getting off here. I will catch you next time. Okay guys, later. Another trucker out.